Roy, HOD, our distinguished guests, Ms. Gauri Upadhyay and Ms. Swansi Jaiswal, students and teachers. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the preparation session for the Campus Recruitment Drive, organized by the School of Engineering and Technology, Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies, Technical Campus.
Today's event has been organized by the Career Development Cell of our esteemed institution. This event session for the upcoming Campus Recruitment Drive by Tata Consultancy Service, TCS, a name that needs no introduction in the world of technology and consultation. We're fortunate to have Ms. Gauri Upadhyay with us today, HR Executive at Tata Consultancy Services. Ms. Gauri holds a bachelor's degree in Life Sciences from Ramjas College and has a postgraduate diploma in Management, HRM from Birla Institute of Management Technology. She has been associated with TCS for a long time and is a seasoned professional in talent acquisition with a wealth of experience in identifying and nurturing upcoming talent. She has been instrumental in streamlining recruitment processes at TCS and has a deep understanding of what companies look for in prospective candidates.
Ms. Upadhyay's talk today is titled Navigating the Campus Recruitment Landscape, and this session will be a significant step towards preparing our BTech, MCA and BCA students for the recruitment process, giving the students necessary insights into various strategies that will help them not only to crack the core beta test, but also ensure an overall success in the upcoming placement drive. We are honored to have you with us today. Now, please join us in welcoming her to the stage with a round of applause.
Hello, hi. Hi, good afternoon everybody. I know you can do better. Good afternoon. Right. Thank you very much for that. It's a pleasure to be here. So first of all, thank you very much for deciding to meet with us. It's my first time in VIPS Technical Campus and it's a pleasure. So thank you very much to the entire Career Development Cell. It is because of their continuous support. Why I say continuous, there's a story behind it. Probably yourself would be discussing how we have been associated earlier or maybe before we came here. So, of course, today's agenda, before that, I am Gauri Upadhyay, I am a campus recruiter with TCS. So your team has already put in a lot of efforts to sugarcoat my career. Thank you very much for that. It's not that fancy. So, and along with me I have Ms. Swansi Jaiswal, who is also part of campus hiring team, and we have been catering to the northern part of India entirely and for all campus related activities. Why today we are here is to talk more about TCS Code Beta. So before we dive into the session, can I have a show of hands? How many here are from BTech? Alright, majority. How many from BCA? Very few. MCA? Alright. Now, can you tell me how many here are from final year? Okay. Pre-final year? So, holds true for BTech candidates only. Second year students? First year students? BTech, MCA, BCA all. Alright, great. So, can you guys throw your question, streams at me? Which BTech specialization are you all from? AIML? Sorry? DS? AIML? DS? Alright, IoT. Alright. So why I asked that, we would be diving right into that. However, just let me do the formality part. We are here to bring to you the latest season of Code Beta, which is a coding contest that TCS has now been doing for almost 12 years. So we started with Code Beta back in 2012, wherein IT industry of course was growing and we came across the need that coding was started to be seen as a foundational skill. So now when the world was moving towards digitization and we were being driven by data, it became imperative that we address the elephant in the room, which was the lack of coding skills. Which is why TCS thought, let's make it more interesting, let's make it more playful. Which is why we came up with TCS Code Beta, and we have been marketing TCS Code Beta as promoting programming as a sport. So yes, the basic agenda has been to promote coding and to provide the platform to all the students across the world. Initially, it was restricted to Indian geography only. For first 2 years, we experimented code beta in Indian geography. However, post 2 years, we realized that the participation is humongous. The response has been great, and we realized that the need was there, that we wanted to go global. So third year onwards, third season onwards, TCS Code Beta has been a global event. And of course, we would be talking about why house of Code Beta, and we would be very happy to answer any buts if at all you may have any. So moving on, just a gist about. Can you check it, please? Right. So this just talks about few basic pointers that we think are important for all of you to know. What is code bit? I've already talked about it. So, like to emphasize more on how big or on what level we are currently operating in related to code beta. It is because of code beta only that TCS has entered into Guinness Book of World Records and also in Limca Book of World Records. It is only because of code beta, which is the largest coding contest in the world right now. So that is the kind of level we deal with, and this is the kind of opportunity, the level that we are bringing to all of you. So if we look at more, just few numbers, I know it would be very boring for all of you to realize. Again, the emphasis is around how huge this coding contest is. So if we talk majorly about season 11, we across the world, across the globe, we witnessed 444,000 plus of registrations from 94 countries. In the last year itself, there was 45% increase in the number. And so more about the rounds I would talk about later, like how the fabric of code beta is made and what you would be diving into, and that would allow you to understand more about how these numbers matter during the later part of the stage. So for season 11, you can see that we have also put across the or maybe it's the honor for the students and for the organization as well, the top 3 coders from season 11. Can anybody point out anything that is missing from top 3 coders? Correct, very right, Indian. So I know maybe the question itself is biased. Why I am highlighting that? I am from India, I have to. However, what I want to, like why I brought it up is also because it's the only season wherein we did not get any winner from India. So that in itself is a legacy that we have been holding through Code Beta. Apart from top 3 coders in last year itself, if you talk about top 30 coders, almost close to 70% students were from Northern Indian region. So that is the kind of talent we have observed that North India holds, and I'm sure that probably this year, and I hear that this would be the first BTech batch that would be graduating out of VIPS. So possibly why not somebody from VIPS or maybe your juniors would be seeing your face in the next session that we would be doing here. I would want to have a show of hands. How many have already participated in Code Beta in the past seasons? Anybody? Alright, no. So this makes the session even more important. Moving on, some testimonials as to why or what they have got out of Code Beta and the value proposition. So now a question for all of you. You are in your final year, pre-final year. Can you tell me why anybody should participate in a coding contest? Very basic question. I know you know the answers. Just give it a shot. Sorry? Right, experience?
First of all, you get a lot of exposure from multiple coders, multiple programmers.
Just a second. Can you have a mic there? Say your name and then your point.
I'm Apple.
Hi, Weber.
So my point is that we get a lot of outreach to people. We meet multiple people and their projects. Recently, in one hackathon, I met a person who was making a project for preliminary diseases.
Alright.
So उसी related फिर now I am making my project related to that for blood cancer. So in this way you gain a lot of experience. You learn about more and more projects to do, and you will learn about multiple people and how they are making projects. Recently, in that same hackathon, we were making a project for Bitcoin.
Alright.
So that's all we can say today.
Very nice. Thank you. Alright. Guys, your attention here, please. Right. Thank you, Pepper. Anybody else wants to add anything? Mike, we're transferring the mic to you. Your name and then your point.
My name is Krishna Sharma.
Hi,
Good afternoon. You get to know where you stand.
Correct. Very valid point. Anything else? Anybody would want to give it a shot? You have the mic, you can give it a shot. Anything that comes to your mind, very basic. I put you in a bad position, sorry, but you can give it a shot. Hi, Arun. You have the points there on the screen. You can refer to those if you want. If not, then that's okay. Pass on the mic. Anybody else wants to give it a shot? Thank you, Arun. Yeah, your name and then your point.
My name is Ayush.
Hi, Ayush.
From the hackathon, it is like we can make connections with people and also can learn from their experience how we can contribute to the tech world.
Correct. Very right. Thank you. Anybody else wants to give it a shot? It's a very basic question. I know you have the answers. Or maybe just throw away the answers. They will not give you the mic. Can we have an approach? You can say anything you want. Of course, the valid points. Nonetheless, so like it has been rightly highlighted by students from the audience, it gives you learning, it gives you an additional platform, it gives you the right exposure, it gives you the testament of where you stand. So basically, keeping in mind all of these points and few more, we have come out with Code Beta, and we think that students of the world right now have a lot of competition ahead of them. I'm giving you a reality check. I know I might come out or I might come across as being a bummer. However, once you move out of the doors of VIPS, all of you would be on your own. Right now, you have your peers to help you. Right now, you have your faculty, your career development cell, and all the resources that are available out in the college right now. But once you walk out of the doors of VIPS, the reality would come hard. It would tell you, bro, you are on your own. You have to manage everything on your own, which is why now is the time to start acting. When I had asked to which year you belong to, the primary reason was the same. You right now you understand that I am addressing fourth year students. I am also addressing first year students. The students who are currently right now in fourth year, probably they have other learning systems for them to showcase them a path of learning. However, why first year students right now should act? Because you have 3 or 2 more years ahead of you. Right now, if you participate in any hackathon, you put yourself in a position where you are being tested. You would come across situations, probably you would fail. That is a part and parcel of life. You will come across failures. However, what is the best part of failures is the learning. So, in order to facilitate that learning, we are out here with Code Beta, and we think that you should participate in it. You should assess yourself. You should make connections with people from across the globe, because networking is key. Wherever you step in, whenever you will step into corporate world, from day one, the people you would meet, those people in one way or the other would help you in framing yourself a journey into the corporate world. Apart from that, the last point, I would like to draw all of your attention to the last point. Access to career opportunities, internships and rewards. I would just take 30 more seconds here. So through Code Beta, we like to put it across in such a manner that Code Beta is an additional opportunity that we give to final year students to have a full-time opportunity with TCS. Every year, if you look at past years, we come out with hiring for the graduating batch. This opportunity is in addition. I'm reiterating, it's in addition to the opportunity that comes for you during the later part of the year. Again, one more thing, even if you are not able to qualify or get a full-time offer through CodeBeta right now, whenever and if at all any opportunity for you comes during the later part of the year, you would be eligible to again apply. Basically, this is not a hindrance or a restricting or a hurdle for all of you, but an additional opportunity. Now, can I have a show of hands? How many have done an internship with TCS? Anybody? Anybody? Alright, so why I have asked this? I think it's safe to say that at TCS we have a very closed ecosystem when it comes to offering internships. We majorly offer internships only to the selected students who already have a full-time offer with TCS and we intern them or they intern with us. However, through CodeBeta, we are also opening an additional door to the aspiring candidates. Through this is majorly in the like right now this is the only door available for you to get an internship into TCS. And you saw that there's nobody right now in the crowd who has done an internship with TCS. So possibly if at all you register now, you appear in the rounds further of CodeBeta, and maybe tomorrow or the next time when somebody from TCS would be standing here and talking to all of you, you would have an experience, internship experience to share with us. And apart from this, of course, to first and second year students, we have other rewards that we would be talking about shortly. So, we have been saying it's a global event, a very short idea around it, a very small idea around it. So, of course, people with different skill sets would be coming on one single platform and competing against one another. However, this year the theme for CodeBeta is United by Code, because no matter where you come from, no matter the background you have, we all would be united by one thing, which would be the skill of coding. And we would be united by that, and this is the agenda that we are coming out with for this very season. Moving on, the road to finale. So primarily, if you look at the how CodeBeta rounds are made, majorly the entire CodeBeta journey is divided into 4 phases. We start with registrations, which is the ongoing phase, and it would be open till 6th of November. Shortly after the registrations are completed, we would be moving to the pre-qualifier round or round 1. So you can see that there are 2 dates mentioned, zone 1 and zone 2. Few of you might get confused there because this is a common notion we have been observing across. However, please keep in mind that all the students from one particular college would fall under one particular zone. It would not be like probably you are in zone 1 and your neighbor is in zone 2. No. So, which zone we would be shortly communicating to you. Finally, once the round 1 results are out, everybody would be moving into the qualifier opens, which would be round 2. The date is specified there. Shortly after, we would be coming out with the results and finally entering into the grand finale. So now, towards the bottom, you see scale and complexity. It talks about how the rounds of CodeBeta would look like. So there would be 24-hour long window open to all of you. In those 24 hours, you can pick any window of 6 hours. In those 6 hours, for the first 2 rounds, you have to attempt 6 questions. These 6 questions can be attempted from anywhere at any point of time. However, these 6 hours should be in continuation, meaning if you start right now or possibly at 3 p.m., your time would go on till 9 p.m. only, and that is how it looks like. There would be provisions for short breaks, but when I say short, I really mean it. It would be short breaks only, and there would be no provision of pausing it beyond that certain limit. You also see it says open book test. We understand right now, or maybe one point I would like to highlight here is the problems that you would find in CodeBeta would be all real life based problems, meaning the IT industry right now is facing those challenges and you have the opportunity to address that and possibly to innovate and maybe transform the entire IT industry or any sector that the industry is working in. Which is why we have made the provision that it would be an open book test. You are free to use any resource that is available on the internet or in the books as long as you give the right code attribution. I hope you understand what is code attribution. Anybody? I I think you know it. For people who don't code do you know what is plagiarism? Right. So in order to bypass plagiarism, it's always safe to give the right citation, give the right credit to the rightful owner. So how you do that? If at all you're referring to any web resource, there on the problem page there would be a designated area where you have to paste the URL. So as long as you're pasting the URL, the system would realize that yes, you have given the right code attribution, and you basically would not fall under the area of plagiarism. That is the way to bypass. Because we understand you would have to develop on the existing codes. Moving on, what's up for grab? So when we say it's a coding contest, when the contest words come into picture, of course the rewards would come into our mind. So for the top 3 coders, there's prize money involved. For the first or somebody who would be the winner, the prize money is said to be at $10,000 US. For somebody who would be coming at the second position, the prize money is said to be at $7,000 US. Finally, somebody who would be the second runner-up or third, taking the third position, would be getting $3,000 US. In addition to that, there would be a certificate of merit for top 25 coders. For women coders, we have awards like top women coders. And finally, the placement opportunity for the final year students and internship opportunity for the pre-final year students. In addition to that, you could be getting a global rank, which you can always mention in your profile anywhere you would want to use that profile. That yes, in CodeBeta, in CodeBeta season 12, this was your global rank. Engagement plan of the year. So how to, we understand the common question that students have is from where can we learn, or from where can we get the idea about CodeBeta from. So we have provisions like mock beta, CodeBeta digest or newsletter, webinars and blogs. So mock beta is nothing but a simulation of CodeBeta. It allows you to get accustomed to the setup of CodeBeta. Basically helps you with the system readiness check, so that on the day of main CodeBeta round, you do not face any hiccup related to the technical part of your system. You are able to see which compiler would work best for your system. You are able to see which area of your code or library you would want to work out of, which has the strongest network, basically a system check. And it also gives you an idea that yes, any technical issue you can always reach out to our technical team and we would be happy to help you with the same. Now, CodeBeta digest and webinars. So basically, we realize that there is some gap between what we expect and what is being delivered by the students, which is why for your ready reference, to make yourself exposed to, or to expose you all to the right approaches, we have provisions like newsletters and webinars and also the testimonials in the blogs, wherein you can meet with the network who have been associated in the past with CodeBeta and take up their approaches, or possibly if you have any confusion around what approach to take or what measures to take to write your learning program, you can always reach out to them. Finally, coming to the main part, the eligibility. Guys, can I have your attention for like 10 more minutes and then we would be done with the same. Right. So eligibility, majorly any student who is right now studying in any science or engineering course and enrolled in any undergraduate, postgraduate or even diploma is eligible to apply till the point or until unless you are enrolled in any recognized university across the globe. And then the main part, can I have a show of hands how many have registered in CodeBeta? Wow, impressive. So to the people who have not registered, of course I am sure that your career development cell would be after you to do this, because this is the learning platform for all of you also, if not just the contest but a learning platform. So how to register? You would have already received an email from your career development cell which would have the registration link. Once you click on link, you would be taken to the window which would ask you to log in or register. Click on sign up as a new user. Once you've done that, you would be asked to... Guys, just 5 more minutes. So once you've entered your region, you would be asked to put your first name, last name, your email, your username. Once you've done that, you give the consent to the terms and conditions, and you would be taken to the. Once you've given consent, you would receive an email on your in your inbox, wherein you would receive the verification link for your profile. Once you click on the link, your profile would be verified, and parallelly you would be asked to download a Microsoft Authenticator in your phone. Now please keep in mind, the Microsoft Authenticator should not be deleted from your phone till the time you are part of this contest, because every time you want to log in into your portal or profile, you would be asked to put in a one-time code, and there's no other way to get into the platform. So please do not delete the Microsoft Authenticator app till the time you are part of this contest. Finally, once that is done, you would be taken to the main page or the final page. Till this point, your profile is not complete. So, in order to successfully take part in the main rounds, you should have 100% profile status completion status, my bad. So once here, you would be asked to put in your contact number, your academic year of graduation, your institute name, your nearest TCS location, and CTDT reference ID. Two main fields here would be nearest TCS location. So for all of you, nearest TCS location by default should be TCS New Delhi, since your college is in this region. However, if at all for any of you the selection is different, please manually go and select TCS New Delhi. Now coming to the main point, CT or DT reference ID. You see that out of all the fields, that is the optional field. So now for the final year students who are looking forward to explore full-time opportunity with TCS through Portbita, entering CTDT reference ID is mandatory because it acts as a marker. It tells the team that yes, this candidate from final year of graduation is looking forward to explore full-time opportunity with TCS. If at all this is not there, we would not realize that yes, you are an aspiring candidate for full-time opportunity, which is why go to the TCS Next Step portal. You see the link is mentioned there. Once you go on that link, there would be self-explanatory steps which would allow you to make your TCS CTDT reference ID. It is nothing but a unique ID that every aspiring candidate has to have if exploring an opportunity with TCS. It's a marker, it's unique for you, and whenever you would be part of any full-time opportunity, this is mandatory. So if before completion, put your TCS CTDT reference ID and click on finish. With this, your profile would be completed, and also with this, I come to the end of the session. As the closing or the parting words, I would just want to say that right now we are working in a world which is like, of course, we are working in a global world. It is no longer closed, and it is not possible to keep it closed, even if you would want to. Which is why whatever kind of achievement you see right now in the IT industry, anything in your phone, anything on your laptops, has been made possible because of the great minds who are right now working in the IT industry. And we at TCS believe that the youth of our nation and of course the global world has a huge potential in them, and we are here to discover you. We are here to see and unravel what kind of talent you have, and through TCS Codebita we are giving you that platform. We are here to give you the push, but we just want you to act right now. Why? Because possibly right now whatever the world thinks is impossible, maybe because of the inputs of your mind, that particular thing might become possible, and you would be the stalwarts of the future of IT industry. So let's give it a shot, and let's do for TCS Codebita. Thank you very much for being on this. Before finally closing it, any questions if at all anybody has any question? Yes, please. Can we have the mic? Your name and your question.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Hadis Khan from Nairobi.
Sorry, you are?
Hadis Khan
Okay.
from Nairobi.
Hi.
Actually, I was registering for Codebita, and while I was trying to acquire my CTE ID, the specialization was in another language, and I couldn't select it when I was trying to complete it.
Alright, so did you get the option of others in the drop down list?
No, there was no.
you do one thing, you go back to your system, clear the cache, try in incognito mode because the others option is there. So just in case if it's not reflecting to you, maybe it is a system specific issue. Even then, if you're not able to figure it out, try to payment and then you will be able to. Thank you. Any other question or issue that you would have been missing there? Can you please pass the mic?
I'm currently in first year meeting. So actually I want to know is this what will be the benefit?
Guys, your attention please. It doesn't look good when somebody is asking the question and all of you are chattering around.
So I want to ask that what will the benefits of me being the fresher in Code Vita if I register?
I believe that is the point I was trying to highlight. So basically, to have the mindset that yes, you will be seated, thank you. To have this mindset that yes, you are a fresher, I think we don't align with that. Why? Because if at all you would look around, not just in our ecosystem but in global ecosystem, you would realize that people have been exposed to STEM opportunities way before than we are. And maybe you would come across somebody who would have learned coding right from 10 or 12 years of age, because right now we are living in that kind of world. Which is why at TCS, why we are addressing first year students is to give them an awareness that there's no time to wait, it's always the time to act. And when is the time to act? Time to act is right now. Which is why even if you would start attempting right now or start putting yourself in a situation where you are assessing yourself, you would be able to identify your area of improvement or possibly your area of interest, and you would try to take your trajectory of career towards that area of improvement or interest. I hope to some extent I have answered your question. Right, thank you. I saw one hand there. Your name?
Ayush.
Hi, Ayush.
Ma'am, my question is from registration part. I have completed the registration process and my profile is also completed. But for the next time I have tried to log in, the OTP is not coming on the email. This type of issue is I'm facing currently.
Okay, so when did you try it last?
Yesterday.
So was it also your first time trying it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I think there was some issue in between for basically 20-30 minutes. So maybe your time would have aligned with those 20-30 minutes. You can again go back and try it. It would come. Even if then it is not coming, just try to your career development and we will try to figure it out. Thank you. Any other question? Alright, so I think it's safe to close now. Thank you again and all the very best for your future. I hope that we see many of you.
Thank you, Gauri ma'am, for an inspiring session. Your expertise has really enriched our preparation. Your guidance has provided invaluable perspectives for our students as they prepare for their careers.
I now invite Dr. Amita Dev, Director General, GIPS TC, upon the stage. Dr. Amita Dev, former Vice Chancellor of IGGTUW, is a distinguished leader with over 30 years of experience in deep neural networks, speech processing, and speech recognition. Her research has set benchmarks in quality teaching and administration. Dr. Dev has published more than 140 research papers. Her contributions have earned her numerous awards, including AICTE Young Teacher Career Award, Lifetime Achievement Award from Delhi Management Association, and several national and international recognitions for her work in education, digital literacy, and promoting entrepreneurship, especially among women. Over to you, ma'am.
Very good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon.
Am I audible till the last? Now what I need is just 10 minutes pin drop silence. If you will do that, I'm there, otherwise I'm not there. Can I expect absolute pin drop silence and all eyes towards this side? Whatever it is you are doing, keep your phone on a silent mode. and all eyes this side. If you promise me to do that, it's okay. Otherwise, I'm not there. Is that fine? 10 minutes? Yes? So at the outset, let me thank TCS, Gauri, and let me thank CTC and everyone who has ensured that TCS be here. Their presence here is good, very good. We understand where do we stand, what we have to do. When she was asking how many of you from the final year, pre-final year, third year, second year, first year, how many of you from first year? Just a couple of them. Someone asked a question, is it too early? First year student asked a question. My answer to that is, I'm already late. Sorry for that. I will talk practical, reality. It may sound good, may not sound good, let's accept it. First year, if I am thinking that I have to register, perhaps I am already late because I should have registered on the first semester, first day, first class. How the technology is moving ahead. When we passed out, I am also BTech, MTech, PhD, MBA in computer science and engineering, work in artificial intelligence. With 30 years of experience and 8 years in the industry like HCL. At that time, it was only HCL. So we worked with HCL. The technology used to have a shelf life of 10 years. Civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and there was no computer engineering. Still we did computer science, artificial intelligence. Shelf life used to be 10 years, so whatever you have learned is with you and you feel comfortable, confident because you know the things. Gradually you must have seen that the shelf life of any technology has reduced from 10 years to 7 years, 5 years, 2 years, and in the recent past 5 years, if you look at the disruptive technologies which are hitting the whole planet, their shelf life has even gone down from 6 months to 2 months. Will you agree with me? Yes? So, what am I supposed to do? By the time I reach to the final year, I start deciding, no, I must prepare. Or when I am in the first year, I feel it's too early, let me just bunk some classes, go back, take something else, come in the second year, miss out afternoon classes, go in the third year, alright, not needed, now I'm going to pass out, pass out, pass out. She rightly pointed out, you are sitting in an ecosystem. You are sitting in a framework where there are a lot of people who are there to help you out. We are all there, and what is our motto? What is our intention? Our intention is that you get best of the best placement. That is our intent. But that intent cannot be satisfied if I am not there. I am missing out the classes, I am missing out my college, and I find that yes, I have to succeed. It's virtually not possible. Let me take you one example. I know one girl. She was BTech from computer science and engineering from one of the renowned colleges, went for IIMs, any IIM you can think of, A, B, C. You understand, no? Ahmedabad, Bangalore or Kolkata. Went there, playing basketball and got her retina completely detached to the extent that in case if the surgery is not done, that girl could have lost her eye. So she, rather than bunking the classes and coming down to bunking the class, it was a valid reason. How many of you feel is a valid reason? Your retina is completely detached because you had a basketball throw on your eye and the doctor says you will lose your eye if you do not go for a surgery within 10 days. The girl decided, alright, I will go on the 9th day because you said 10 days. I don't want to miss my class. Imagine, they don't want to miss the class because it is very important. No jargon is happening in the class. If I don't understand 100%, I am sure you understand 90%, you understand 80%, you understand 70%, you understand 30%. So the girl decided to look at the doctor from Kolkata to Delhi on the 9th day because 10 days were given, otherwise she will lose. And then looking for the doctor and ensuring, and overnight surgery was performed for within 6-7 hours, somehow managed the eye, and the very next day it is all puffy, so much of cotton on the face that you can't even see, the face completely blown off, and she is ready. I want to go back to I am because I have classes. The parents said, what are you doing? Look at this. You need to come back and show it to doctor again after 7 days. I will come back, but then I cannot afford to miss the classes. Look at the attitude. I'm just telling you, look at the attitude. Went there, their parents stayed with her so that they can take care of her, and then she was the first one to be selected. You know placement drives, how it happens in IITs and IIMs? Day 0, day 1, day 2, day 3, and it's all done. Day 0, first she had from 4 different companies, which were, I think, it was Google, Goldman Sachs, American Express, and many others. Wasn't sure which side to go, calls up which side. We decided, the parents decided, let her go whichever she wants. First student, first one picked up with the highest salary at IIM. Then also she didn't feel satisfied. She went to abroad where she got the Innovation Awards. And they said, she decided to quit them because of one reason or the other, one of the top prestigious, and they said, what do you want? We will pay you that, what do you want? But then her intentions, her ambition was to do something different, so I'll close here, but she left them. Am I the one who can succeed like this? Do I have a fire in the belly to succeed like this? Ask this question to yourself before retiring to bed. We feel absolutely astonished. Oh, look at that person who has risen. He has BMW. He is driving BMW. His salary is so much, so much, so much. My dear friend, have you ever bothered to check up with that person how much sweat has gone in to reach to that level? Ask anyone. You look at Zepto founder, who? Adil. No, Zepto founder. At the age of 21, he has $5 billion company. Don't think he is extraordinarily great and that's why he became $5 billion. You look at Oyo founder, Ritesh. He did not have a place to sleep. Whenever he used to commute, he had to go to his relatives that, can you give me some space to sleep at night? He used to live in the budget hotels and then decided of that entrepreneur and decided that journey. Look at Steve Jobs. Everyone knows Steve Jobs? Yes, no? Yes, louder. Yes, louder. Yes, everyone knows Steve Jobs. He made a company, Apple. From the board, he was removed from Apple. Then he made a next company called as Next. And after a span of 10 years, he was inducted back into that company. What miracle did he do with Apple? You know it well. Everyone wants only Apple phone and Apple things. He, Steve Jobs, suffered with what? Pancreas cancer. And look at him, what did he do? The point I'm trying to say is, sometimes we look around and we see, oh my God, I cannot do it because I have this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem. When you look at the problems of others, your problem has no meaning. When we started with our career, I think I had to undergo 4 rounds because HCL was the only one. 4 rounds of interview. It started at evening 4 o'clock, 6, 8, and I was at Nehru Place, still remember, Dipali building, floor number 9, and I was there, and parents were worried where the daughter is gone because I reached home at 10 o'clock. So cleared first round, second round, third round. Again they called me next day morning. Can you come morning 10 o'clock? I said, yes, I'll come. And they gave you a picture to see that what do you feel out of it? Because technical rounds were all over. Now it is an HR round. And what do you see in that picture? Describe. You see a girl standing out and it is raining heavily. So many of us, we were shortlisted 6, 7. And the girl is looking outside because it's raining. So, oh, it's a dark night, it's raining, the girl is feeling scared. The other way is, oh, it's a beautiful night, the stars are not there, but then it's a rain, and she's enjoying the rain. What a good season. So, it's the way how you look at it. Positive way or a negative way. The glass is half filled or half empty. Many of you will say the glass is half empty. How many of you will have a courage to say that the glass is half filled? Look at that. Anyway, we were selected. It was around 11 o'clock, 4 o'clock was a train. You have to go for your training to it used to be called Madras at that time. You have to go for a training to Madras for 6 days. Do you have a ticket? I said, I have no ticket. All right. Call up your parents. Ask parents. I said, what will you offer me? He will offer you 1,400 rupees. I was a classmate of Kalpana Chawla. Everyone knows Kalpana Chawla, yes or no? Yes, Punjab Engineering College in the Architecture Girls Hostel, Sector 11. Next door was Kalpana Chawla and I used to be with her. So I said, 1,400 rupees, this is what you will pay me? I told my dad, I am not going. What is this 1,400 rupees? After these many interviews and I am the shortlisted one and this is what they are offering me? You know what my dad said? Come here. He said, why don't you do one thing? Call them up and tell them, you don't pay me 1,400, rather, I will pay you 1,500, but please take me. I said, what is this? He says, you are not understanding. They are going to invest on you. Even 6 months you learn, your level will go from this to this. So don't worry about the salary. Even if they are not paying you, you pay from your pocket, but tell them to engage me. That is the spirit you were, and there was no ticket available. I was pushed inside, there was no place to sleep, and somehow I did that training for 6 days and came back. And then we never looked back. One after the other one, wherever we work with a full conviction. You know the things or you do not know the things, you have to learn it. And one after the other, you keep on seeing those rise coming to you, and eventually I landed up as Pro-Vice Chancellor IGD2 and then Vice Chancellor IGD2. We used to have 30 companies coming and 20 lakhs used to be the highest package. If someone has seen the newspaper yesterday, IGT2, we have now 135 companies coming and the highest package national is 1 crore of rupees, international goes as 1.2 crores. Miracles haven't happened. Miracles haven't happened. I cannot do miracle. The whole staff cannot do miracle. Who will do the miracle? It's you who have to do the miracle. Who are we? We are just the facilitators to you. What advice I am giving you, the same advice I used to give it to the girls. If you are there, we are there. If you believe in yourself, we are there. If you decide to bunk the class, you are bunking your life. You are bunking your life. If you feel that you don't, could you please concentrate here? This boy in the check. Will you please concentrate? Because what I'm talking is, I'm making a lot of sense. I need pin drop silence, please. Absolute pin drop silence. Absolute pin drop silence. I'm not talking of C, C++, Python, Java, etc. That we do it in the class. Today I'm telling you lifelong learning lessons. You want to be successful in your career. I say, you have to be successful in your life, in not only in your career, not getting a grade by hook and crook, actually deserving that grade, and in short, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, 4 years from now, where you would like to see yourself. Just talk to your own concise. Before retiring to bed, look at your own concise and talk to yourself where you would like to see yourself 4 years from now. Sitting at home, always cribbing that I could not do anything, or want to start your career with any other company. You may not get your dream company. I will not give you falsified hopes. You may not get your dream company immediately. You will get it provided you show that dedication, determination and devotion. You will definitely get it. But then, it is you who has to decide what am I doing to my life. The kind of the coding which you are doing, I have not seen, I have not interacted, I really do not know. But by the experience of 38 years, even if I am looking here, I can make out what the person at the last is doing there. With this kind of experience, I am sure the coding which you are doing now is not going to take you anywhere. I am sorry. It may sound blunt, but that remains a reality. What you are doing coding today will not take you anywhere. Because the moment I start even with C, I start with C++, I start with Python, Java, whatever I am doing, initially I have done, by the time it reaches to Unit 3, Unit 4, the bug starts, now the mid semester, now it is this, and we vanish. the code which it needs. That's the reason she said about open book. Did you pay attention to open book? Did you pay attention to open book? You know what? Whenever in IITs and IIMs, there is an exam from open book, that's supposed to be the most toughest exam. We used to get worried when we used to get to know, oh my God, it's an open book exam, we will have sweat. And you can use any damn thing on the internet, cloud, URL, whatever you want to do, you can do it. And they are the toughest exams. Most of the good institutions, they will have open book exam. You go anywhere, you search anything, nothing will work out. So that's why National Education Policy. Have you heard of National Education Policy? How many of you? How many of you? And whenever we raise hands, no, not like this. At least I have an age, you are young. Your hand should be straight like this. How many of you have heard of National Education Policy? Many of you, I'm glad. So that talks of holistic development, that talks about how your development has to happen. Rote learning will not take you anywhere. If you are thinking that you will remember the code, you will mug the code, you have done data structures, you have done design, analysis and algorithm, and you have ratified that code, my dear friend, is not going to take you anywhere. Or, I have ratified it, I will write it, will not take you. Till the time you kill yourself in front of the system, write code 200 times, nothing is going to work out. I'm telling you, nothing is going to work out. Take one language. Understand? Take one language. Whatever is the one which you like, whether it is C, whether it is C++, whether it is Python, whether it is Java, whether it is Ruby, whatever you like, dive deep into it. Depth-wise as well as breadth-wise. Do you understand? Depth-wise is very important. And simply doing multiplication of two strings or having a multiplication of matrix, finding the diagonal of a matrix, this, is simple ABCD. Do you understand that? It's simple ABCD you are doing. Opening a file, taking the content, showing it on a print, revising it, closing the file, showing that print, what you are doing is ABCD. If you want placements, you have to be a hard coder. If you want to decide to go for a coding, take any language, dive deep into it. And you know what? You are in the best times on this planet Earth. This decade is the best decade, and maybe the coming decade. I can't promise, but this decade is the best. Why? You have your chat GPT. You have so much of internet. You have so much of online content that anything which you want to learn, you don't need me. Ki ma'am, you teach us, then only we'll know. You have your mobile phone with you and it has immense power. We used to go to the mainframe and line up our code for 10 days. 10 days we used to line up our code, used to go to Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh, from there sector 17, mainframe, leave your code on Friday, you will get it on next Friday, to what is the bug in that code. And then again submit it. When we had to write a research paper, we used to wonder, how do I get an entry into DRDO so that I can have one research paper from them to access it. And then you need so many people, please give me one photocopy of the research paper. That is the way we used to do PhD. Today, this phone has immense potential. It will surpass anyone. Rather than putting your earplugs and listening to the songs, I'm not saying that's not important. That is also important. When you have a blast, have a full blast. Whenever you are enjoying for half an hour, enjoy to the fullest. But when it comes down to the work, let's be very serious. Let's be very serious. So look into this, whichever language you like, dive deep into that language, otherwise you will not succeed. Take it from me, there are no jobs for you. Unless and until you are all into this destructive technologies. Am I right? Am I right? Nothing will work out unless and until you deep dive into the technology. Number two, one of the softwares you have to be very, very good at. So today night, talk to your own self. What suits you the best? Would you like to go into the web designing domain? Would you like to go into the networking? Would you like to do robotics? Would you like to do hardware? Would you like to do programming? What would you like to do? Look into that area and dive deep into that area. For example, I'll tell you right now, all of you are doing AI. How many of you are doing AI? How many of you are doing Python? Everyone is doing. Everyone is doing. If I ask which books you are referring, you will not even know. So go on to internet and search for Krishnaik, for example. How many of you have seen Krishnaik videos? There are just few hands. Now only when you move out on the stairs, type out Krishnaik Python series. You don't need me. You don't need him. You do not need anyone. Basics he will cover. Just the basics and fundamentals. Krishnaik machine learning. Krishnaik deep learning. That's it. You can be the master in a sense, when you reach to the middle level of the programming, he will teach you till that. How many of you are aware of large language models? Large language, there are some hands going up. Look into his series of large language model, LangChain, Llama, Llama Index, and build those models. Unless and until you will do and dive, nothing will happen. And the last thing, could you please stop it in between? Hello, just stop it for a while. Yes, I am almost concluding. If you have to succeed in programming, data structures, design and analysis of algorithm, without these two things you are nowhere. Without these two things you are nowhere. Data structures, design and analysis of algorithm. And you should be not that, okay, I've learned. Unless and until you will type with your fingers and fingers should pain you, you are not there. This should pain you. You should always feel uncomfortable that I have typed so much, I've done so much of coding that my eyes are swollen and my hands are swollen. You are nowhere. Dive deep into data structures, design and analysis of algorithm. Again, go on to Google, see that plenty of material is available. How many of you know SWAYAM NPTEL courses? NPTEL courses. Take up that NPTEL course on data structures if you really want to learn. If you want placement. If you do not want placement, waste your time. Just waste your time. Come, go, eat, go, bunk classes. Nothing will happen. The maximum is we will detain you, will restigate you. You will waste 4 years. Next, again you will come. Please do not talk. So this is the way it will happen. Otherwise, please concentrate on data structures. Concentrate on design and analysis of algorithms. You know what? I had seen some people who were preparing for IS examination. I've seen some people who are preparing for engineering services examination. First time, again I remember one girl who was preparing for engineering services. First time she came and she failed. And she was very hopeful because considered to be very intelligent that I'll be able to pass. So I saw in my college, she had just one tear, she took it in and she said, "Ma'am, can you tell me which is the best place where I can get some guidance?" I said, "Yes." The very next minute, she went there and you know how much hard work she did? And we took her interview later on. 18 hours a day for complete 1 year. 18 hours a day. It means there is no Diwali, there is no Christmas, there is no. Because she told to the parents, no matter if there is a marriage in the family, if there is any festivity, somebody is coming for dinner or somebody is going out for dinner, somebody is going out for a vacation or somebody is coming in for vacation, I am not there. Outside the door it is, please do not disturb. It is, do not disturb. Even if you have a health problem, 101-degree fever, have a crocine and get back to the work. Can you do that? Can you say no to Diwali? Can you say no to Christmas? Do you have a fire in the belly? The point I'm trying to say is, if you want to be successful in life, you have to have a fire in the belly. So create that fire, talk to your conscience. Not everyone is cut for it. You may be okay, alright, even if I don't get a job, they claim it. Then it's okay with you. But if you are really concerned about your career, you want to make someone as a role model, you want that I should also get a package of 5 lakh of rupees a month, not now, later on. You want that I should also rise people, my photograph should be there in the newspaper. My dear friend, you have to work for it. So start working. My advice will be not to bunk the classes, bring your laptops, or you have such good labs with you. The moment you are free, rather than moving here and there, you should be sticking onto the computers. You should be sticking on the computers. That's all I wanted to say. Have a nice time, and I'm sure, may God bless you all. And from the core of my heart, I pray, let you all have the highest what you can achieve in the life, so that you make yourself proud, your parents proud, India proud, and the society proud. Thank you very much.
I cannot stop myself and personally thanking Dr. Amita for such a passionate talk, and also thank Gauri, PCS team, to be here. I'm sure you guys have started talking, which is okay and normal, and I'm happy that you are got some lesson of life, which I think has been talked about by Dr. Amita and Gauri in their own. I would only say, even if you have picked up 10% out of that, do something. In the Career Development Center, we can only facilitate. I would repeat, for the sake of repeating, which is there in the policy also, we can facilitate. And which has been repeatedly said, it's only you who can make the difference. It's only you who have to make the practice. It's only you who have to learn, and learn from the mobile or from the speech or from the talk which the corporate will come and give. If you don't pick up, we cannot just deliver it in your pockets. So you need to be free and open in your mind, and wish you all the best. You can come and see us at Career Development Center at any point of time if you have any clarity further required. But we have got a platform. I'm sure we want to, all of us, see you in good positions couple of years from now, 4 years from now, whatever you have, first year, second year, third year. Some of you have done very well. I'm pleased to share here in this forum, 24 placements of June 25 is already done. 24 placements are done as of today. For fourth year, you are going to pass out in June 25. And we got some more lined up. And we've taken an oath actually, that by the time we have the next year, 2025, we will not wait till June. By the time we are in January, we want to see 100% placements done. But for those who are willing to give their time, for those, as she rightly said, who have really fire in the belly or they are passionate about things. I have only learned one thing, either you innovate or you evaporate. In the corporate world, I've spent 36 years. Either you keep on learning yourself, innovate yourself, find out new and new ways to do things, same things, right? Because there are, so the obsolescence is very fast these days. It's not 10 years, it's just probably 10 minutes. You will find a new technology will come. So you need to update yourself, upgrade yourself, upskill yourself, and only you need to do it. We can't do that for you because it's your career, it's your choice, it's your future. Okay, I do not want to go. Enough of those for today. Thank you very much once again. And
anyone who will be interested to go for competitive programming, I think you will have vacation from 1st to 16th of January. Am I right? Somebody can validate that? 2nd to 15th of January. It means hardly 2 weeks. If anyone would be interested to know competitive programming or competitive data structures, so please let us know. So Nehar, Dr. Nehar would be there in case if some of you can take that and let us know. If we get a decent batch, so we will give you competitive programming and competitive data structures. We'll do that.
thank you very much once again, and over for the final round to say thanks. I am thankful to the faculty and Hemant and Sanjeev and the team who has done very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir, for your inspirating speech, which will benefit greatly from your experiences and insights. As we have now come to a close, on behalf of the School of Engineering and Technology, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our guests, Ms. Gauri Upadhyay and Ms. Mansi Jaiswal, once again for being with us and guiding us throughout the session.
A special thank you to Dr. Dev, our Director General. Thank you for being with us today, ma'am. I would also like to express my gratitude to all the faculty members for their participation and presence, as well as all the students for their enthusiasm and active participation. Your dedication and eagerness to learn are truly commendable. We look forward to seeing you excel in all your future endeavors. Thank you.